Bet. We live at 5. What's going on, family, man? Hope everybody's having a great day today. If not, let's go ahead and lift them spirits. We're about to start the week off, right? February is almost right around the corner, family. So this year is moving extremely fast, right? So let's go ahead and get after it, right? Now, we start off each call with some gratitude. So let's get everybody to go to the chat box, right? Find that Zoom chat box right there on the bottom and go ahead and drop one thing that you're grateful for, family. Drop one thing that you're grateful for. Remember that gratitude grants access, family. Right. So myself, I'm grateful for awareness. Could never be grateful enough for awareness, man. Excuse me. I'm grateful for awareness. So let's go ahead and drop some gratitude in the chat, right? Just drop some gratitude in the chat. Find one thing that you know that you're probably not normally grateful for, but you just had to take a second to think about it, right? Like, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that, right? Don't forget to drop that in the chat. All right, bet. So this is how it's going to go, family. Today is Sunday. Y'all know Sundays is a little bit more of the slow down session, right? So we're going to take our time a little bit and really break down the 7 points, right? The 7 points needed to actually have confirmations, right? The 7 confirmations needed to actually be able to go ahead and take a trade, family. And, if y'all can't tell, I'm getting my YouTube series up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be recording this, putting it on the YouTube. Shout out Miss B Wealthy. We gotta get that good duplication, man. Shout out Tyree Samuels, right? We gotta get right, man. So allow me to go ahead and share my screen, right? We're gonna go ahead and get started with good J. Cole vibes, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with okay, bet Forex Factory. All right, let me go ahead and move the camera out the way a little bit. All right, that's really good right there. All right, so when we start to trade, family, I need everybody to realize that you have to start with Forex Factory, right? And like, even if you're a Forex trader, right, you got to start with Forex Factory, right? And I do encourage everybody to get on Forex, right? Forex, right? I understand, a lot of us are HFX babies, we love the fast money, right? But we really got to understand Forex and risk to reward, right? Risk to reward, right? It is just simply in your favor for Forex. You can risk 1 and make 5. You can't do that on HFX, right? For you to make 5, you got to take like 6 to 7 trades, all right? But that's neither here nor there, right? This is an HFX session, right? But you do want to start with Forex Factory, and right, Forex Factory is pretty much going to give you the breakdown of what what pairs to stay away from, based off the news of that currency. So as you see, today is the 30th, right? Sunday, January 30th. There is no news, right? We're looking clear as day, right? The market is looking like a sunny afternoon, right? Just waiting for you to get into it, right? Now I want everybody to look forward, to the next day, right? So tomorrow, the 31st, you want to just kind of take a peek at what the possible news is, so you ain't blindsided by anything, right? So you see, we got the USD at 8:45 in the morning. It's an orange folder, right? When you see orange folders, you pretty much want to take some precaution, right? You don't have to totally stay away from it, but it's definitely something to take in precaution when you're looking at USD pairs. If you want to stay away from it in its entirety, that's not a bad idea, but you just want to be cautious on your opportunities. Red folders, you definitely want to stay away from, right? You definitely want to stay away from red folders, right? If you see gray folders, it symbolizes a bank holiday, right? And same thing as the orange folders. You don't have to entirely stay away from it. You just want to be cautious, right? Now, something about the times, right? Just a little sauce for the times. 2 hours before and 2 hours after the news event is pretty much the zone or the parameters of when you want to stay clear of that pair, right? So if this is 8:45 to 11:40, 6:45 a.m. is when I would want to stop trading USD, right? And then 1:40 p.m. is when I could start trading on the USD again, right? Same thing for the Australian dollar. 7:30 p.m. I'd want to chill on trading AUD pairs, right? 11:30 p.m. I'm pretty much good to start trading again, right? So you can just kind of go through the whole week. As you see, Tuesday, we got quite a bit of red folders, right? It's the first week of February. So you got, it's pretty much NFP week. So as you see, it's going to be a lot of news in the morning throughout the whole week. So just be cautious on your morning trades, family. But today is the 30th. We looking good. Sundays is normally a clear day. So we're good to go on that end, family. All right. Now, first thing is first, right? Hourglass. All right. Now I could pull up the presentation, but I'm gonna do that on another session, right? Because I really just want to dive into the actual point system, right? Like the point system is the main thing. The presentation, like you know, is cool and it gives you an overview, but I want to get in the meat of it, right? I want to get in the meat of it. So if you're brand new, I want you to pay attention to this, even if you ain't brand new, right? If you feel like you just could get better on your hourglass, all right, this is for you. I change color, but so pretty much I'm about to list the points, the 7 confirmations, right? Excuse my typing. I'm not the best typer, family. But once you understand these confirmations, you're literally able to trade on your own. All right. And I'm going to personally go in the order that I choose to look for these confirmations in. All right. You don't have to duplicate me down to the T, but this is how I look at the points of confirmations, and this is how I remember them. All right. As a matter of fact, I did skip one. I'm going to explain all of this in detail, right? I'm going to go over each one, so there's no room to be confusing. All right, so you might want to be taking notes if this is new information for you. All right. See. Excuse my typing. So like I said, I'm not the best typer, family, so you know, you ain't got to be a genius or so you ain't got to be the best speller to be a millionaire, family. Got to know copy and paste. All right, green B. There it is. All right, all right, so these are your 7 confirmations for hourglass. You got your currency strength, then you have call or put arrow, then you have support or resistance, Bollinger Bands, stochastic, RSI, which is your relative strength index, and then you have your green B and red S, family. All right, now once you understand these points of confirmation, you're able to rob these markets all day, family. All right. Now, me personally, I start with the currency strength, right? So let's just use this AU for an example, right? The Australian dollar has a strength of 63 and the USD, right? The US dollar has a strength of 24, right? So based off of the confirmation of the currency strength, right? If the first pair is stronger, I want to look for buys. If the second pair is stronger, I want to look for sales, right? And this is my little analogy of how I break that down, right? If the first pair is AUD, right, and it has the strength of this rock, USD has the strength of this rock, and you put them on a seesaw, right, it's going to be in a clear uptrend. So this would be the the Australian dollar, right? This would be the US dollar, right? And vice versa, if we were looking at this on a downtrend, right? So the AUD would be a small, and then USD would be the bigger one, all right? I know it looks like some kid illustrations, but work with me. All right. All right, so boom. You can clearly see the stronger pair determines the direction of the market, the overall trend, family. So if the AUD is stronger than the USD, we're looking for buys, basically, right? And if the USD is stronger than the AUD, we're looking for sales. All right, so what do we actually see right here? We see, where did it go? Okay, so we see the AU, we see the Australian dollar is way stronger. So that's telling me that we're looking for a buy, right? Then we want to look at the call or the call or put arrow, which would be the green or the red arrow. So basically, once you know your direction, it's pretty much color coordinated all the way throughout, right? So if you're looking for buys, you want to look for the greens. If you're looking for sales, you want to look for the reds, right? So since we're looking for calls, we got the currency strength in our favor. So we want to see a green call arrow, right, to match the currency strength. And then we want to see that call arrow at a support, right? You want to take calls at a support, puts at a resistance, right? So basically, if I'm brand new, right, I can automatically find 3 points based off the currency strength, right? 69 is bigger than 21. Okay, bet. I need to find a call and a support line to match that currency strength, right? So boom. Once you got those 3, Bollinger Bands, right? The confirmation number 4 is Bollinger Band, right? So I'm just going to just circle a spot right here, right? This blue candle. Follow me. This blue candle right here, family, right? We got the currency strength. And I know this was a little while ago, but I'm pretty sure that we got a car arrow. So let me put a little green arrow there to signify a car arrow. Right, so we got the currency strength, the car arrow, support line, which is this green horizontal line, right? If I was to thicken this up, just so you can actually see it, right? This would be, boom, point number 3. So we have the green support line, followed by the green car arrow, currency strength, and then we got Bollinger Bands, which are these 3 squiggly lines on the outside and these 3 squiggly lines on the top, right? You got the green and the red ones. So when prices on the inside of the green Bollinger Bands, that is another confirmation for a buy. So this blue candle right here is literally 4 points of confirmation already. Currency strength, car arrow, support line, Bollinger Bands, right? I can 75% guarantee you, if you can at least remember those 4, 75% of the time, if you have 4 of those confirmations, it's going to be a winning trade. right? You really want to get at least 5 plus confirmations, but 4 is okay. And as long as you got those main 4, it's okay, right? But we want to find better than okay, right? So now we look a little bit further, right? We got the stochastic, RSI, and the green B and red S, right? So let's just take a look at the stochastic and the RSI, right? Real quick, let me slide this up and let me stretch this out, right? So the one that I just stretched out, the one on the top is the stochastic, right? So this right here, boom, is the stochastic, right? Now I'm going to stretch out the RSI, all right, boom. RSI, I'm going to bring this blue candle because we're still looking at that, right? So now what you want to see on the stochastic and the RSI, you want to see these move like twin brothers and twin sisters, right? You want them to copycat each other, basically, right? So the same thing, if we're looking for a buy, we want to see everything line up on the green, right? So we have price crossing down through the green and then crossing up. Same thing on the RSI, price crossing down through the green first and then crossing up, right? So if I put this arrow right here as well, you can clearly see price has crossed up, right? Crossed up for the stochastic and the RSI. And if I was to put a vertical line on this blue candle, right, you can literally see the cross up, right? So for the cross up for each one is 1 point. So we have 1 point for the stochastic and 1 point for the RSI. So now instead of a 4-point trade, this is a 6-point trade, right? Instead of a 4-point trade, now this is a 6-point trade, right? And then we're on our last official step, right? Which is the green B or the red S. So like I said, if we're looking for green for the first 6 points, we're looking for green for the last one, right? So we want to see this green B line up with our candle. And as you can see, the green B is the very next candle, not the one that we are looking at. So we do not have a point of confirmation for that. If that green B was 1 candle to the left, then we would have a 7-point trade, right? Which is about a perfect trade, basically. But we got 6, which is, it's good enough. So notice that price respected the support and shot up for 1 candle here, took off, came back, retested the same area and did the same exact thing. As a matter of fact, 2 more times, right? So that was literally 3 perfect opportunities for a buy, right? See, we have our cross up for the stochastic and the RSI there, the same way that we have it here, right? Drop some ones in the chat if you understand what I just broke down to you. Try to take my time, make sure that I was speaking slow. Drop some ones in the chat if you understand these 7 points of confirmations.
I have a question.
What's up? What's up, Miss Pam? What you got?
So when you were talking about the arrows, the call at the support and the put at the resistance, I understand. I guess I understand the call being a buy and the put being a sell, but I don't understand, like, are you looking for it to strike at the resistance?
Yes.
In order to, I guess, find an entry for a put?
Yes.
Or strike at the, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they may like call out a call or a put, and it may not be quite at the support or the resistance. That's kind of when you you pinpoint. I'm gonna try to find the spot, but that's where you kind of pinpoint your entries, right? So like they may have called out a, I'm gonna try to put an arrow on the spot to signify it, but let me move this out the way, right? So they might have called out this call right here, right? And the call arrow is 091 on Hourglass, but you see the support is 084. So you will wait on price to touch that 084 before you'd want to enter. Even though the call arrow is up here, it's basically at the support. So you just want to wait on price to retest the support and take it for a call. Same thing for a put. Like they may call it out here, and like it's 4 or 5 pips away from the resistance. So they may call it out right here at 115 or 116, but the resistance is at 123. So like if you notice that when we call out an entry and sometimes it may go out of profit for like 5 or 6 pips and then drop, that's why. Because we may have gotten in a tad bit too early and the resistance is, 5 or 6 pips away. So just having that patience to really see where price is compared to where the support or the resistance is. But yeah, that's basically what you want to look for. Hopefully that answers your question. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no. Okay, bet. So bet family, if everybody understood that, right? I hope y'all got y'all point confirmations. I'm gonna just try to point out a sell real quick to just line everything up, and then we're gonna get right into these markets, family. All right, so boom. The better you get, the faster that you'll get at being able to spot a perfect entry and an okay entry, right? But I can look at this USD CAD, right? See, the Canadian dollar is stronger, so that's 1.4 sell. So now I want to find a put arrow at a resistance. So this is my closest resistance. So I want to see a put arrow at this 412 area, right? So that would have been another point for a sell for the put arrow. And then if you have the arrow next to a resistance, that's another point. And then as you see, this resistance is on the inside of the Bollinger Band. So that is 4 points. So you can really spot those 4 points like bow, 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 bow. Currency strength, put arrow, resistance line, Bollinger Band. Like that's like the Four Stooges. You know what I'm saying? Like you find them back. And then you pretty much zoom in to check out your stochastic and RSI. So if I put the vertical line, you see price cross up through the red line first and then cross down. Price crosses up through the red line first and then crosses down. All right. So instead of a 4 point, we got a 0.4 each one of those. So now this is a 6 point trade. The only thing that we're missing is for the red S to be lined up under this candle. So once again, it's one candle to the right. But if it was one candle over to the left, this particular red candle would have been a 7 point trade. Right. So that is it's pretty simple. That's how you do that. Let's get off in these markets, man. Let's get off in these markets, man, real quick. Let me log into my broker. I do not recommend any type of brokers, right? I don't work with no brokers. I guess I got to start saying that because I'm on YouTube now. Yeah, man, I'm not recommending anything. I do have some brokers that you can use if you just don't know any, right? I have, a nice list of a few. Kind of can do your own research, right? So Let me see. For this personal session, for this session personally, I'll be using IQSent. All right, so my numbers on my broker may vary from the broker you're using. Right, so boom. Camera back. All right, bet. So we're gonna scroll through this alert panel, find us something good, and get active. Okay. Antonio said 2-0 on UJ. Hey, but that's the beauty. That's the beauty. Once you know like how to trade this, you can do this on your own. Right. So UJ personally, I'm not sure what you were taking, but I would be staying away from that just because the currency strength is too close. So there's not a clear direction of where the market wants to head. So I would be staying clear of that one. All right, just my little bit of a 1-2. Let's see what we got going on. All right. I feel like they moved the pairs around a little bit. No, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. All right. Let's be patient. Be patient. Shout out my guy AB. What'd you say? UCAD. I feel like they moved the pairs. I feel like they did something like with the spelling or something. All right. Right. So something I just want to point out real quick, and I did not say this, but let me say this. Right. Let me stretch this out. This black line right here is a very pivotal spot. Right. This can be treated as a support or a resistance. Right. And that's what you call an EMA. And an EMA is basically the estimated moving average. Right, the estimated moving average, but I also would like to point out this one as well. This is also an estimated moving average. Right, so there's two EMAs. Right, so if you were to see price come up here and meet this EMA, that's almost like screaming perfect entry. Right, because the EMA, or at least this one, is the average of the last 200 candles. Right, so price has been on a clear downtrend. Right, so anytime it comes and meet the average, it's most likely going to respect it. Right, so, and you can look at the color of it, which is red. Right, so anything red is matching the sell. So as long as price is under this EMA, you want to take sales. Right, so this black one down here is like a mini version of that. So when price comes up here and smacks that black line, it treated it as a resistance and it dropped. If price was to shoot above this black line and close above, then it would be treating that line as a support. Right, but since this red candle right here closed below the black line, now it's treating it as a resistance. So it pulled back, touched the resistance and dropped. All right. Now, if you may need to rewatch this a couple times and really just understand what I just said, but that is how you use that EMA. All right. So if you did take that AB, that was a good one. I'm glad I broke that down because I forgot. But she said the best teacher session. But man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm really in my teaching bag, man. Like calling out trades is cool, but if I can teach you how to call out your own, that's where it's at. So GJ, I do like GJ. I do like that GJ right there, right? So as you see, price was at a support. So she was 890 and below, family. So price right now was at the 890. I did boom. So that 887, right? So 887 is where price is currently at on the broker. All right. I said 890 and below. And I'm basically going off of this support, right? So as you see, price slightly broke the support line. So it pretty much gave you a better entry. But I'm expecting price to respect that support line and then shoot up. Now, price could keep dropping, however, right? And in the event it does, we'll just take a second entry. All right. So the only thing I did was just mark up my support lines, right? Based off of, if you could tell me, I've been getting educated on my trading view saw. So this right here was pretty much the support line I'm expecting it to respect. And then if it breaks that one, this is another support line that it could pretty much go to. And you got this support, and then you got this support, right? So there's several levels, right? Several levels. If you just wanted to mark them all up, you could, all right? You definitely could, right? So boom. If you're gonna take a second entry, just make sure that your second entry is better than the first one. All right. So I did take the 74 and the 885. 74 and the 885. All right. I did take 3 minutes on both of those. The 85, I may start rolling that over. Yeah, the 85, I'll go ahead and roll it. All right, I'll go ahead and roll that just to give it more time. All right. But what we want to see is price respect this support. Fly away. Fly away. Price may want to come down here and then fly away. All right. But then again, maybe not, maybe. So we see price didn't respect it. The 74 shot up. Price respected that support. All right, it's a live look. Price respected the heck out of that and literally shot up. Right now, if we can get price to close above that 879 on the hourglass, it's a good sign, family. That's a good sign, family. So if you caught the 74, you should be in profits. You should be in profits. If you caught the 85, you should also be in profits. Like I said, you probably didn't even need to roll it over, to be honest. But the 85, I definitely rolled it, so it's all good. It's all love. I am in the 74. About to clear that in like 20 seconds. All right, so we got about a minute and 30 left on the candle. We just want to see price close above that 880. Right, so it's about what is that, a 14-point difference? Is that what it is? No, it's 885, 876 is trying to play around. It keeps moving. I'm trying to get the point difference. I know it's a little bit different. Okay, yeah, so that's 66, 65. So it's like a 13-point difference. Right, so 879 on the broker is 867, 866 on Hourglass. So we want to see price close above the 873 to 874 on Hourglass and to just absolute take off. If you took the 74, you should have cleared that. If you took the 74, you definitely should have cleared that, family. You see that wick is strong, it's respecting that zone. Family, I ain't mean to rhyme. That wick is strong, it's respecting the zone, family. So let me know if you took that. If you took that, family, how you looking? 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 We got a new candle, right? 45-minute candle. Excuse me. Price is right back at that zone. Boom. So it just broke below, family. So and this is why you kind of want to learn Forex, right? It's kind of why you want to learn Forex, because there's a clear similar, it's a clear similar move happening there. All right. So it's something about this zone, something about that zone. Let me find the box. And I hope y'all took that re-entry. Right. So if I remove all drawings, it's something about this zone that's making price go back up. All right. Something about this green box on, and that's the thing about the support, family. So it's never like an exact numbers, right? It's always just a zone. Always just a zone, family. So it's never an exact, okay, it's gonna be this number. Sometimes it goes a little bit past your number, right? Okay, why did just gonna lock my box up like that? All right. But yeah, man, sometimes it goes past your zone. So really, like if we just measure in the whole move, the whole area, right? Like you're pretty much trying to find a support. Damn. Excuse me, fam. I definitely did that box all wrong. But you're trying to find a support based off of this zone. All right. You're trying to minimize one spot in this whole zone. All right. So there lies your complication. All right. And as you see, price wicked all the way down here. Right. So there's nothing that just like it's going to tell you, okay, this is the exact number. Right. The best you have is zones. Right. So you mark up your lines, but if you notice, it just gives you zones. All right. So when we were expecting price to hold this zone up here, it did not, or at least not yet. Right. The same thing with this support up here. All right. So, oh yeah, but I'm gonna start using this tool. All right. So personally, right, if you really want to maximize your entries, you're gonna be patient and wait on, and I'm gonna make it a little easier for you. You're gonna be patient and wait on these type of supports. All right. Be patient and wait on a support here or a support here, because you got this Bollinger Band. All right, the Bollinger Band to also back up your support. But like when you take supports up here, right, it's a lot of room for price to break that support, right? And as you see, it's starting to shoot up now, right? It just was looking for a low to respect. All right. Now, what y'all records been looking like, man? All right. You might have took a lesson on the 85, but if y'all caught the spike down on the 52, you should be good. And even if you rolled over the 85 by one more time, you could still be in there. And I still believe that price is going to push up, but you definitely should have taken a better entry at the 50s, the 60s, right? Even at the 65, 64. All right, so drop the records, man. Drop the records. I mean, really, it's like 2-1 off of one pair, really. 2-1 off of one pair. Price is about to clear the 285. I mean the 885. I don't know where I got that from. The 285. Right. Mm-hmm. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Drop some records, family. Drop some records. Drop some records. Drop some records. See that thing taking off now. That thing taking off now. It's at the 76. It's at the 76. Right. So if you did take an 80 or even a 90, family, it's all good. Just take that mental note that, maybe we got in a little bit too early, right? Like 30 seconds, 45 seconds too early. Right. And that's why HFX is so key, because the timing is the one thing that you just cannot get down perfect. Right. Because if you wait on the candle, the brand new candle, then sometimes the move is gone. So even if we would have waited, and caught that 50, right? So that right there was 842. So the 12-point difference was 852, right? So like if y'all looking at y'all brokers, do you see how quick it spiked the 52 and then it started to go back up, right? So you would have had to been very, very quick to catch that 52. The best that you probably could have got was 58, 59, 60, maybe 64 on that little pullback right there. But price shot down and tapped this area so fast, right? Tapped that area so fast, and then it started to go back up, right? Which is almost, I'm pretty sure, the same thing it did here, the same thing it did there, right? And as you see right now, the blue candle is starting to make the official move up from this support that we was looking at first. All right, so HFX, you know what I'm saying? It's going to test your patience, right? That was the support that we was looking at, right? And it's just now starting to break that. All right, so it's right back at the 77. So like, it really just came back down to the 64. Did anybody take that? Anybody take that, man? It came back and tapped right there. This is a great educational session. I ain't gonna lie. One pair to have all these opportunities, like you probably could have went 3-1, 4-1 off of just this one pair, right? Depending on your entries. All right, but you got to get the elite entries. You don't want to be taking a 68, just because it dropped. Like, you want to get the zones that it's respected. Right? So that's where it comes down to really like knowing where you're getting in at and gambling, right? You don't want to just be gambling because it looks like a good number. You really want to take the time and use this strategy and identify your zones, right? Because that's all that this is. Zones. Right. So let me try to find another pair. Trying to find another pair. I know that we didn't rob the bank on that one. Personally, I am 2-1. Personally, I'm 2-1. I only took 2 entries or 3 entries. I mean, let me see. I'll refresh it, but yeah, man, drop a 1 on the chat if y'all learning something, man. I need to know if my teaching style is actually working. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if my teaching style is actually working, man. Because I review these videos as well, man, to make sure I'm actually providing the best experience. You feel me? All right, man, we only got one person dropping the ones. I guess I suck. Nah, I'm playing. Okay, Miss Amen. Okay. Big bank. Oh, boss lady, the 1 minute bandit. All right, you know how to rob the markets. Okay, bet. Okay, Chop, I see you with the 2-0. Okay, man. Yeah, man. Y'all drop some records, man. Drop some records. I know we normally have more people on the calls. I know we got more people on the excuse me. We normally have people on the calls, but yeah, I definitely hope y'all hey, look, man, the retest, man, it came back to the 50s and then it took off again. Like, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna stay on the same pair just for teaching purposes. Right? Like, just so y'all see, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was just breaking that down. Let me see, man. Look like my hourglass tweaking. See my hourglass tweaking. So yeah, man, it looked like it spiked back down there for the third time. Golly, it's giving you re-entry on re-entry. Man, you could have just on this session, the 1-2 minute bandits, you could have took the 60 and below every time. 60 and below every time. But you see, the 60 and the 68 are two completely different entries. 60 and 65 are two complete different entries, right? 60 and 61 are two complete entries, right? Two completely different entries. I can't talk today for whatever reason, but they're completely different, family. Yeah, I'm gonna have to refresh it because I think my hourglass is tripping in. Did anybody take the retest? No love, family, because I know y'all in that. I know y'all in that. That thing about to break, right? So it's about to break the 85, right? But I know it's gonna break the 85. She said she took 3. Damn. You took 3 on the pullback? Jeez. Nah, you know, no gambling, family. No gambling, but yeah, man, if y'all secured anything on that wick, you've been paying attention because this is the support zone. So every time it come and tap the support, it's gonna shoot up based off of the currency strength. See, this is why it's so key to know, to pretty much know the zone, to know the zones and the currency strength. Look at that. Look at that, right? See, now we got the B lining up. We got the green B lining up with the cross up and the cross up. Currency strength, support line. Only thing that you're missing is the Bollinger Band. Jeez. Yeah, family. Yeah, family. She caught the 70. That 76 might have been gambling right there. You know, 60 and below is what you really want. You know, but so you on the 1 minute bandits, man. I already know, man. That 1 minute bandit time different. But so yeah, family, drop some records, man. Let's get some order in the chat real quick, man. Drop some records, man. Drop some records. This GBP JPY then definitely took off, right? Took off. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this was all just cap right here. So all of this was cap. Right. This is where some of y'all might have got scared. But like when you get scared, that's the best time to enter. I've learned that so many times. If you done took an entry up here, price shoots down here, take a re-entry. Don't be scared. Just forget that entry. So like if you took an 85, just scratch that off the list and then take like 2 more down here, right? As long as the currency strength is in your favor, right? Take 2 more down there and really, really get to it. And like, to look how it took 2 candles for it to officially break the 85. All right, it took 2 candles to officially break the 85. All right. 7 and 2, damn. Swank, he said, I got a question about the call or put score on the hourglass. What does that mean? Got you. Is the 864 the new support? I see what you're talking about, Miss Pam. So not really like the new support, because it's our like pretty much because it was already a support. But yes, so price could pretty much be, since it broke past that, it could be looking at this as like, okay, I won't go no less than this. But it could definitely come right back down and retest that area and then shoot back up, just like it's doing right now. Right. And my guy said, what's the call score? So basically, like that's them. Like this is Hourglass that's giving you like an automated number for the points. Right. Like so the 7 points of confirmation, like they're basically saying on that the blue candle, that there was 4 points of confirmation. Right. So every time that they call out a candle, or every time it's a new candle, it's going to be a call out score, or it's going to be a call score or a put score, which is basically the number of confirmations for that trade. So this one right here is basically like it's saying this is a 5-point trade for a put. And just looking at this, I can tell you that that's probably that's not even a 5-point trade. But that's right. But that's why you want to know the point of confirmations, because you don't want to get lazy and just rely on that, because sometimes that number is capped. Like right now, the AUD is stronger, so I know the currency strength is in the favor for a call. So why would I be looking for a put? So how can I have 5 points for a put? Yes, it's at a Bollinger Band. Yes, it's at a resistance. Yes, we got a put arrow, but that's like all that we have. Put arrow, the resistance, and Bollinger Band. But the cross downs are not happening. The currency strength is not in our favor. So it's like, why would I take that put? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. The trend is the most important. So if this is a 79 over 22, I don't even want to look for puts. That's how you're going to confuse yourself. Just make it easy. Take calls at the support, puts at resistance, but only if it matches the trend. Gonna save you from losing a lot of money that way. All right. So as you can see that this is on a clear uptrend. You know what I'm saying? The Australian dollar way stronger than JPY. So what you want to do, and I challenge everybody to do this, is mark up the next spot for support and resistance. So like if it's an uptrend, I'm gonna mark the next support, or pretty much the pullback. So if price pulls back this support, then I would take it. But until then, it's way out of the range. Same thing for AU. And then I want to drop something else on y'all, and then we could probably hop on off. So like right now it's midnight, right? Central Standard Time is 12:03. So I want y'all to understand that we just crossed into Sydney session, right? The Sydney trading session. And the Sydney trading session is led, pretty much in direct correlation with the Australian dollar. So that is why you see the Australian dollar gaining so much strength. Oh yeah, if y'all caught that GJ, she's just out of here. Out of here. So price pretty much did exactly what you said. I mean, what we said, Miss Pam, it probably wouldn't go back below that. So it respected that 64, and then it really made the move. So that was the real move. That's what I was originally looking for. And it took 2 candles, or took 3 candles to actually make that move. But yeah, man, this is the Sydney session now, right? So notice that the Australian dollar has just gained a lot of strength and is trending upwards because we're approaching the Sydney session. So just a little, excuse me, just a little gem, just a little sauce, right? But appreciate y'all hopping on this session, man. I hope y'all caught a bag. Hope y'all got educated. Right, this is the start to a great trading week. I love y'all, family. Let's continue to get educated. We got Tyree coming on in the next 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and make sure that we really, you know what I'm saying, prepared and getting in our Forex bag. You feel me? Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. See y'all at the top because the bottom is not an option for us. See.